TA, is that right?
Yes,
you're known by TA. First of all, it's your 10th wedding anniversary today, is that right?
It is.
And you had a baby 2 days ago.
Yes, that is true.
And yet you're still sitting here with shoes polished, looking utterly splendid, so thank you for taking the time.
Well, thank you very much for having me here.
Equerry to the Queen. That was your previous role. Explain to me what that actually means.
So, Her Majesty's Equerry is a member of the Armed Forces who accompanies Her Majesty both in public and private duties. So I would accompany Her Majesty through her everyday working environment at Buckingham Palace or say at Windsor Castle, and then also accompany Her Majesty when she was in private residence as well.
Now you said Equerry and I said Equerry. I'm presuming you're correct.
Oh.
I'm going to change the way I say it from now on.
Not at all.
It's a very personal role. It is a very prestigious role. It is given to people who are greatly trusted and greatly respected. What is the moment for you, if you can pick one, I don't know if you can, that stands out as something you're particularly proud of?
I was very fortunate to have been selected as an Equerry, and that was done from a wide cohort of army officers at that time. One thing I should stress is that I took over from an RAF officer,
right,
and I handed over to a Royal Marine officer, so it goes amongst the services. But I think one of the moments which really stands out from Her Majesty, myself, I do believe, was when she spoke during the COVID epidemic and showed true leadership, and it was so uplifting for the country.
Right.
Her Majesty was wonderful. On that particular occasion, it was marvellous. And I was then very fortunate to then accompany Her Majesty of laying down a bouquet of flowers in Westminster Abbey as well during the pandemic, so that was wonderful.
As I understand it, I mean, you're close enough to... You're probably not going to answer this question. You have spent Christmas at Sandringham, am I right? I knew you wouldn't. He said he won't talk about that, it's far too personal. But it just gives us an idea of how closely personal that role is.
I think it is an incredibly personal role, as you find with lots of Her Majesty's other close members of Her Majesty's court, and then also Her Majesty's office as well.
You have seen active service in both Iraq and Afghanistan?
Yes, I've served in operations in Iraq, and I also served on 3 occasions in Afghanistan. Actually, quite interestingly, on finishing my appointment as Equerry, I then went on operations back to Afghanistan.
Right, that's real light and shade, isn't it? What a fascinating life. Well, thank you to both of you for taking the time today, for sharing your intimate memories and knowledge of the Queen. We are very grateful for that. We hope you have a wonderful Jubilee.
Thank you, thank you.
Now, Princess